Creatine is often praised as one of the most reliable, well-researched, and performance-enhancing supplements ever created. Strength athletes, sprinters, bodybuilders, and even older adults use it with the intention of increasing power, improving recovery, and supporting lean muscle growth. Numerous scientific reviews continue to affirm its safety and effectiveness, making it one of the most trusted supplements in the world. Yet, despite this overwhelming evidence, many users unintentionally weaken creatine's benefits. Not because creatine doesn't work, but because the way they use it limits its potential. Poor habits, misconceptions, and careless routines can quietly sabotage the supplement long before the user realizes something is wrong. Even worse, some practices increase unnecessary strain on the body and lead to side effects that could easily have been prevented. This deep dive guide unveils 10 completely different and often overlooked mistakes that undermine creatine's power. These aren't the common tips found in every basic supplement article. These are patterns many people don't even realize they are repeating. And before we move forward, it's important to settle one popular myth. Creatine does not cause hair loss. There is no convincing scientific evidence supporting that rumor. Most of the fear came from misunderstanding a small study and exaggerating a theory that never proved true. Creatine has been repeatedly evaluated and has not been shown to harm hair health. Now let's explore the lesser-known mistakes, some of which might surprise you. Mistake 1. Treating creatine as a strength supplement only, instead of a whole-body enhancer. Many people think creatine works only for gym performance, so they consume it only when they care about lifting heavier or pushing out more reps. This narrow view causes countless users to miss out on creatine's full range of benefits. Creatine is not just a strength supplement. It supports energy production in every cell that relies on ATP. That means it can influence brain function, fatigue levels, recovery rate, hydration balance, and even mood stability. When someone believes creatine helps only the muscles they train, they ignore how it supports cognitive performance, focus, and mental clarity. For example, several studies associate creatine with improved memory tasks, faster reasoning, and reduced mental fatigue. These benefits occur even in people who aren't training, but individuals who only take creatine when they plan intense workouts often do not maintain consistent levels long enough to experience these broader effects. A broader view of creatine shifts the mindset from something for my gym bag to something that improves daily energy systems throughout the body. When users appreciate this holistic function, they tend to supplement more consistently, allowing creatine to saturate tissues and deliver its complete advantages. Mistake 2. Underestimating the role of sodium and electrolytes. One of the most dismissed details in creatine supplementation is electrolyte balance, especially sodium. Creatine relies heavily on sodium-dependent transport systems to enter muscle cells. Without sufficient electrolytes, creatine uptake becomes noticeably slower and less efficient. But many fitness enthusiasts follow low-sodium diets because they believe sodium is unhealthy in all circumstances. This is not always true. Active individuals who sweat frequently need more sodium than the general population, and restricting it when supplementing with creatine can hinder absorption. When sodium levels are insufficient, people often report sluggish creatine response, fatigue during training, lightheadedness, excessive post-workout exhaustion, and poor pump and slow recovery. This happens not because creatine is ineffective, but because the transport environment inside the body isn't optimized. Good electrolyte sources include lightly salted meals, electrolyte powders without stimulants, coconut water, or mineral-rich broths. Making sure electrolytes are balanced, especially during hot weather or sweaty workouts, helps creatine work at full power. Mistake 3. Switching creatine brands frequently. Instead of letting your body adapt, another mistake many users make is constantly hopping between creatine brands based on advertising, sales, packaging, or influencer recommendations. Creatine does not respond well to constant brand changes because each manufacturer may use different grain sizes, filtration processes, or micronization levels. When you switch brands too often, digestion must repeatedly adapt to slightly different textures, densities, or solubility levels. This can lead to bloating, stomach irritation, or inconsistent absorption. Some people believe creatine suddenly stopped working, when in reality, they simply keep switching formulas before their body fully adjusts. A better approach is selecting one reliable creatine product and sticking to it long enough to evaluate real results. Stability matters more than novelty. Mistake 4. Storing creatine improperly and reducing its potency without realizing it. Creatine is stable when stored correctly, but surprisingly sensitive to environmental conditions. Placing the container in warm, humid, or brightly lit locations causes gradual degradation. Over time, creatine can convert into creatinine, a compound the body cannot use. Common storage mistakes include keeping creatine on a kitchen counter near heat, leaving the lid slightly open, storing it in a bathroom cabinet where steam builds, exposing the powder to direct sunlight, scooping it with wet or sweaty hands after a workout. These behaviors allow moisture to enter the container, triggering clumping and chemical breakdown. A proper storage routine includes keeping the container in a cool, dry, dark area, using clean, dry utensils, sealing the lid tightly after every scoop. This simple habit preserves potency and ensures each serving delivers the intended impact. Mistake 5. Believing creatine works the same for everyone and ignoring individual variability. One of the biggest misunderstandings is assuming that creatine functions identically for every person. In reality, biological differences influence how much benefit someone receives. Some people naturally have higher baseline creatine levels because they eat more meat or fish. Others have genetic variations that affect how well creatine transporters function. Some individuals respond dramatically, while others experience slower or more subtle results. But many users compare themselves to friends or influencers and feel discouraged if they don't see the same speed of results. They increase their dose unnecessarily or stop taking creatine completely, when the real issue is that the body simply needs more time to saturate. Understanding individualized responses helps avoid impatience, excessive dosing, and premature abandonment of supplementation. The process is unique for everyone, and consistency is what ultimately produces long-term benefits. Mistake 6. Using creatine as a substitute for proper recovery and sleep. Creatine supports recovery, but it cannot replace rest, nutrition, or sleep. Many people unknowingly rely on creatine as a shortcut, expecting it to mask poor lifestyle habits. Whether to compensate for late nights, overtraining, or inadequate meals, they imagine creatine will fix fatigue. But poor sleep reduces the body's ability to use creatine efficiently. During deep sleep, the body rebuilds tissues, restores energy reserves, and stabilizes hormone levels. If sleep patterns are disrupted, the benefits of creatine become limited. Signs that someone is relying on creatine to cover up sleep deprivation include needing larger doses to feel effects, constant soreness, slow strength gains, and feeling mentally drained even with supplementation. Creatine supports recovery, but doesn't replace the pillars of health. When those foundations are strong, creatine functions far more effectively. Mistake 7. Taking creatine without tracking any training metrics. Another mistake is consuming creatine without tracking progress. Many users have no idea whether the supplement is improving their performance because they don't monitor strength levels, repetitions, endurance, or recovery. Creatine's effectiveness is best measured by increases in reps, better explosive power, shorter rest times, improved endurance in repeated sets, and faster recovery between training days. When these metrics aren't tracked, users may assume creatine isn't doing anything, when in reality they simply aren't observing the improvements. Tracking also reveals if something is interfering with performance, allowing adjustments to hydration, diet, or dosage. The more data someone collects, the easier it becomes to evaluate how well creatine is working. Mistake 8. Assuming creatine doesn't interact with other supplements or medications. While creatine is safe for most people, many users incorrectly assume that because it is a natural compound, it cannot interact with other substances. Although creatine does not have many severe interactions, certain supplements and medications can alter how the body handles water, filtration, or energy metabolism. Examples include supplements that dramatically increase dehydration, high-dose caffeine stacks, certain herbal products that influence kidney function, and medications that affect fluid balance. People who combine intense training stacks without understanding how they influence hydration, blood pressure, or kidney workload may experience unnecessary strain. This doesn't mean creatine is unsafe. It means users must be aware of what else they consume. Whenever multiple supplements are combined, understanding their combined effects becomes essential for health. Mistake 9. Using creatine without understanding its role in long-term consistency. Creatine's most powerful effects emerge slowly over time. Because of this, some people become discouraged early and abandon supplementation, believing it doesn't work for them. They expect dramatic, immediate transformations instead of gradual improvements. Creatine acts through saturation, not stimulation. It doesn't provide a boost like caffeine, nor does it create quick, visible changes. It enhances the body internally, supporting stronger performance in repeated efforts, which eventually leads to more muscle growth. People who stop and start often never reach full saturation. Their creatine levels rise slightly, drop again, rise again, and never stabilize long enough to generate the compounded benefits. The greatest improvements require sustained supplementation, steady training, consistent hydration, and commitment. Stopping prematurely cancels progress long before it begins. Mistake 10. Overlooking the importance of carb timing in daily diet instead of focusing only on creatine timing. A less obvious but extremely influential mistake is focusing too heavily on the timing of creatine while ignoring the larger timing of carbohydrate intake throughout the day. Carbohydrates support creatine uptake indirectly by fueling glycogen replenishment, training intensity, and insulin regulation. When carb intake is poorly distributed, either too low, too concentrated in one meal, or too far away from training, creatine cannot amplify performance as effectively. Here's why. Carbs support muscle contractions. Carbs fuel high-intensity training. Carbs replenish glycogen, enabling better workouts, and better workouts increase creatine's benefits. Someone with poor carb timing might believe creatine isn't working, yet the problem is simply the lack of fueling around training. This is why athletes who balance carb intake strategically often experience far greater improvements with creatine than those who neglect daily nutrition patterns. Creatine is one of the most powerful and scientifically respected supplements available, but only when used correctly. These 10 lesser-known mistakes reveal how easily people can undermine creatine's potential without even noticing. Avoiding these pitfalls allows creatine to function as intended, supporting strength, enhancing recovery, fueling the brain, increasing performance, and contributing to long-term muscle growth. If you found this helpful and want to continue learning, be sure to check out the video covering the most misleading bodybuilding myths that keep people from achieving real progress. It breaks down misconceptions and reveals the truth behind many popular fitness beliefs. Thank you for staying with this guide until the end. Share your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next video.